How do I get Korean translating jobs? If you've been asking yourself this question, then you've come to the right place. Hi guys, my name is Adora. Welcome back to this YouTube channel. I'm a Korean content creator and I'm also a Korean tutor and translator. For those of you that have been asking yourself this question on how to get translating jobs, don't worry, I got you guys. I'm going to be giving you tips on what exactly you need to be doing. First of all, if you do not have an online presence, you're wrong. Now, this is one thing that I feel like a lot of you guys are not doing. If you want to get Korean translating jobs and you are staying cooped up in your room without doing anything, how do you want to get the job? Do you think that they will bring it to your doorstep and say, hey, you want to take this job? Come and take? No, you have to put yourself out there. So what I'm going to start by saying is you need to create your brand. How do you do this? If you have a YouTube channel or you have an Instagram page or you are on Facebook or whichever social media account you use, put yourself out there. Make videos, make content. Speak this language that you say you know how to speak. You need to do these things and put yourself out there, because if you do not know, one thing that people actually prefer or one thing that people like is when they see you doing the things that you say you know how to do. If you say that you can speak Korean, if you have videos of yourself speaking in Korean, put it out there, let people see it. It is when people see these things that they are able to like, oh yes, this person speaks this language. Oh, this person knows how to do this thing. And this is not even just for language alone, it's for any skill or whatever it is that you know how to do. You need to put yourself out there for people to see, and when the opportunity comes, then they recommend you. That's actually how it works. You can decide to go online to make research on translating jobs that you can find, but if I'm to put a percentage around it, say the rate at which you can get translating jobs by researching and the rate at which you get translating jobs from recommendations from people, the percentage is probably 20 to 80. People recommend you for these jobs 80% of the time compared to you actually going there to look for these jobs by yourself. I'm going to use myself as an example. When I started this Korean translating jobs, the very first job that I did was actually an online job. And how did I get it? It was a friend of mine that we did NYSC service together, that I think in his company they were kind of like they were supposed to work with a Korean company. And I remember when I was 7 during my NYC period, I mentioned it a lot of times. In fact, there's no way you can become close to me and we get to talk that you won't know that I am into this whole Korean thing, I speak Korean or I'm learning Korean. So then it was a thing of, you know, whenever I was with my friends and we had this like clique of friends, and whenever we were together, it was always a thing of, wow, like how do you know this language? How can you speak it? And things like that. If you talk about these things, people know and it stays in their head. You probably would not even think about it, or you're probably not really putting much effort when you're doing these things, but it stays with people. Whatever impression you give them stays with them. So fast forward to like maybe a year after, it was his company where I was working with, they were supposed to like have this joint venture with a Korean company, and they needed somebody to like help them talk with them because there was nobody in the company that understood Korean. And this guy remembered that, oh, there was this girl that we were serving and it seems like she could speak Korean, blah blah blah. And he reached out to me and said that even before he spoke with me, he dropped my contact with them already. And then it was later on, he now like sent me a message and was like, oh, I dropped your number to these people and they'll probably call you or they might not, I don't know, but whichever way, I recommended you to them. And that was how it actually started for me. Prior to that, I didn't even think that I would be doing this whole translation thing, but the fact that he did that gave me this kind of confidence that I did not have before. And I was like, okay, I mean, if I try this, let's see how it goes. At that time, I wasn't really confident I could do a good job, but I was really happy with the fact that it was somebody that recommended me. So guys, if maybe during my NYSC period, I did not even mention or I did not do anything relating to the fact that I speak Korean, I mean, that would have just passed me by. That was online, by the way. And now my very first physical job was a friend that was recommended. That, in fact, this one kind of like went very funny. Let me just explain it this way. So I have this friend that also speaks Korean, and she was contacted by a friend of ours that somebody also contacted. Imagine, that's like how many people already. So someone contacted our friend, right? And the friend contacted her, and she remembered me and she asked me if I was interested in doing a translating job and if I had done it before. I told her I'd only done it once, but I mean, if they wouldn't mind hiring me, I wouldn't mind going as well. So that was my very first physical translating job. And from there, when I got there, and I also met this lady that could also speak Korean, and it was just, I mean, I never imagined I was just going to go that way. So my point is, most of the time when it comes to translating jobs, it's always one recommendation after another. Now, when I did the first physical translating job, when I was there, I got to speak with Koreans themselves, and some of them got my contact. And after getting my contact, it's proceeded from there. When one of them had another job that they needed to do, I came to her mind and she just like contacted me directly. So the thing with the translating jobs is, like I said, if you put yourself out there and people see what you do, when they have opportunities like that, they remember you and they contact you and they reach out to you. And when you go for those ones, you get more contacts, and for other translating jobs, you're the first person that they would always want to reach out to. But my conclusion thereof is, guys, try as much as possible to build your brand. Let people know what you do. Put yourself out there. Make content if you have to make content. Whatever skill you have, whatever thing it is that you know how to do, you need to build your brand. Let people see you do what you say you know how to do. And from there, watch how people will begin to bring opportunities to you. I hope that has answered a lot of questions that you have. And if you have more questions regarding this, you can also drop it in the comment section. I'll be here to answer your questions, and you can also reach me on Instagram at Adora. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful and useful. And if you have anyone that might also need this video, please send it to them. And don't forget, subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. It's very, very important. Click that subscribe button now. Don't think twice. Do it now. I know you're very stubborn, but just press it. It won't take anything from you. I'll see you in another video. Bye.